Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our Easy Project webinar. Today's webinar will be about Iron Triangle. However, before we start, let me introduce myself. So my name is Anna Ogunusi. I work in Easy Project as an onboarding specialist. So when you come to Easy Project website or when you are in your trial and you write in your chat window, you will be usually in touch with me. So just to let you know, we have a Q&A feature for you. So if you have any questions during the webinar, please make sure that you write it in the Q&A. And we will answer some questions later if we have time. If not, we'll make sure that we will answer those later. So today we'll be talking about Iron Triangle from the point of view of IPMI and PMI. So IPMI stands for International Project Management Association and PMI stands for Project Management Institute. So what's an Iron Triangle? The Iron Triangle is used to analyze projects. You can see that we will be talking about scope, time, and cost. So by the quality of work is constrained by the project's budgets, deadline, and scope. The project manager can trade between those constraints, and changes in one constraint necessitates changes in other compensate or equal, or quality will suffer. So we will look at these today, and we will look at our features in Easy Project, specifically WBS, which is our work breakdown structure, which is a bit of mind map-like feature. Next, we will look at our Gantt chart, and we will talk about our resource management module as well. So I will pass to my colleague Hedviga Cebová. She is deputy of our sales director, and she will take you through the webinar today. So let us just switch the webinar.
Okay, thank you very much, Anna. I'm sharing now my screen, and I'll show you how you can use the Iron Triangle in Easy Project. So we are using the Iron Triangle when we are creating a completely new project, and we start normally with the WBS, then we go to Easy Gantt, and then to Resource Management. So to start a new project, we just go here to the New Project, and we are going to set up a new project. You can start a new project also from a template where everything is already set up. So I'm creating the new project, which can be a subproject of another project. We can add here some description, who is the author. We can add the start date and the due date as well. But if you don't enter here any date, then the start date and the due date of the project will depend on the first and the last task in the project. Then we have some more settings, like if the project is public, it means that everybody who logs into Easy Project can see it. Then if it is planned, people are not notified about the news. And we'll continue here. You can add also some custom fields for the project. But today, we are going to see only few modules from Easy Project, and that will be the WBS. I leave here Easy Baseline. We keep the time tracking and task tracking because that is important to create tasks and add some estimated time. And I keep here also Gantt and resource management. Here we have types of tasks. We can take them all just to have a little more fun with them. And I'll just save this new project. So here is our new project. It is almost ready. But the most important thing when I'm creating a new project is to add members. So here is just me because I'm the author of the project. But I can add new members from here and add them some role. The role tells us what are our permissions in the specific project. But into project, I can also add groups. And then I can assign one task to a group of people, and then I can see in resource management a group of people and tasks which are assigned to this group. So let's choose some group, for example, and few people to my project. Now let's give them another role, save and close. So members are added to my project, and you can still edit the roles. You can add more roles to one person. And now we are ready to go to our iron triangle. So first, we have to plan what we are going to do in our project. So in the work breakdown structure, first I can see in the middle my project. And then I'm going to create around here the tasks. For that, I normally use the hotkeys, which you can find here in the legend, and here are the hotkeys. So first I'm going to create first task, second task, and now each task is going to have some subtask. And again, now according to the methodology of PMI, IPMA, every task, if you can break it down to more than 3 tasks, you can continue breaking down the task. If you cannot, you just don't continue with breaking down the task. And this is it. We can add some more tasks like that. For example, you are building a house, so somewhere you are going to have the documentation for the house, then you can have another task for the roof, then what material you are going to use, some documentation, etc. Then, when I click, for example, here at this task, on the right side, you can see also the attributes of our task. So I can still edit it and add some description to the task. I can change the tracker of the task or the type of the task. Then I can already assign the task to someone, or I can edit some more attributes. And we can save it. On the left side, we have the legend. And according to this legend, you can see also later on in the project which task has what type of tracker or the percentage done or different priorities on the task. You can see different assignees or milestones for the task. If I want to assign a task from the WBS, I can do it like this. I just drag and drop a person to the task. And like this, I assign the task to someone. So it's very fast like this. It's also possible to change the position of the tasks, or I can change more tasks and add them somewhere else, like this. And again, I can save it. Okay, it takes a little time. We have here some more options, like you have all the tasks just on one side. You can see the icon, so you can see who is the assignee on the tasks. You can see the links between tasks, etc. So this is about the WBS, where we have created what we are going to do in our project in order to finish it. So this is the first phase of the planning. And from WBS, we can continue to Gantt. So in Easy Gantt, we are going to plan our project in time. First, we can see here our project. So when I go over it with my mouse, I can see that the start date and the due date is today, according to tasks. When I start moving my tasks in time, the project is extended. Now you can see here, this is the parent project because it has these green triangles here. And we can set up also that the parent task will be as long as the task. For that, we have to go to Administration, to Settings, and to Task Tracking. And when I scroll down here, I can choose that my subtasks will change the parent task, or the parent task will be dependent on the subtasks. So I come back here, and yeah, it is reloaded. And now when I change the subtask, that wasn't the subtask, then oh, just reload it again, then the parent tasks will be changed as well according to subtasks, like this. Then what else can we do in the easy Gantt? We can create relations between tasks, just like this. The relations can be from start of one task to start to another task, from start to the end, from end to the end, from end to the start of the task. Like this, for example. And then when I want to create some delay between tasks, for example, when I finish this task, I have to wait 5 days before I start with this task. I click right into the link between these tasks. I type 4 and submit. Now, when I want to move the task, there always will be 5 days between the two tasks. My Zoom is in weeks now, so when I change to days, you will see that there is 5 days. It is including the weekend. Then you can also change the percentage done on the task. Okay, I have to see this little triangle. Yes, it is here. What else we can do in the easy Gantt is when you go to tools. When you unclick this edit, we will not be able to edit tasks inside. Then we can create a baseline. What is baseline? So with baseline, you can create a snapshot of your easy Redmine today. I just change something and save it. And then I can save it with a specific name or today's date. And then later I will create another baseline and it will compare it with my first baseline. And I will see how am I performing with my project, if everything is in order, if some issue is delayed, or what is happening with my project. Then you can also use the cash flow on your easy Gantt. So in case you are using the money plugin in your project, then you can see the cash flow. We have here also the critical path. So the critical path normally shows you the shortest way to finish the project, but in easy project you can see the most important task, which you have to finish on time in order to finish your project on time. Then the new. In easy Gantt you can create either a new task, when you just slide like this, we get the window for editing a new task or for creating a new task, or we can create a new milestone here. So let's create a new milestone. Like this, let's skip this date, for example, and I save it. And before I start assigning tasks to my milestone, I have to save my easy Gantt for now. And now I can start assigning my tasks to my milestone. And here is my milestone. Again, in the settings, when I go back here, you can set up that I can allow tasks to go also behind the milestone. So it is possible, but now I don't want them to be further than my milestone. Then you can find here also the bulk edit, so you can edit more tasks at the same time. You can filter delayed issues if you have any. And you can go directly to resource management without saving the easy Gantt. But we don't go there yet, because I wanted to show you also one more thing, which is here, and that is that you can print out your Gantt. So you can just click at the print, and you will get this, this new screen where you can still edit your PDF, where you can find your Gantt. If you want to send it to your customer, you can still go to edit your template, add here your logo, add here some text. Actually, the easy Gantt is just the dynamic token which you can paste in to the document. And then you can just save it as PDF and send to your customer. So this was the easy Gantt where we have planned what we are going to do in our project and when. And the last part of our iron triangle is the resource management. To there I can go from here, or when everything is saved, I can go also from here. So here we are in the resource management. Again, I can choose the zoom for days, weeks, or months. I can see here only tasks from this specific project and only people from my specific project. So tasks which are here are not assigned, but if I want to assign them, I just drag and drop them to someone. For example, this is the group, so I assign it to a group, or I can assign it to, for example, Connie in here. And here you can see between brackets the number 0. It means that there is 0 estimated time for the task. So this is the place where I can change the estimated time for the task. So let's say to this task, I need, to finish this task, I need 9 hours. But this is not enough for the group. So I can extend the task for more days. Or I can assign it to someone else. Or let's say this person, Dolly, let's say that she needs 40 hours to finish the task. But there are already some numbers. What does it mean? It means that this person is working in another project. So to help her, I can just change the due date of the task, or I can assign it to someone else. Let's say that we were working already with the task. So I just quickly open it. I choose that I was working with the task already 20 hours and save it. So when I go back to my resource management and reload it, I can see that there is the estimated time 40 hours, but we were working already 20 hours on it. And here in the task, you can see the remaining time which we have to take to finish our task. So you can see here estimated time minus spent time and the remaining time. You can also choose that, for example, this day this person has to work only 5 hours on this task, and here this person has to spend 4 hours on this task. Everything will be calculated automatically. For more, we don't work during the weekend, so you can set up that some days we are not working. 8 here is because this is just a demo. It wasn't calculated automatically, so there are some numbers, but you don't have to worry about it. It will happen in your easy project. So this is how you can set up the new tasks in your project. What else we can do in here is, again, the bulk edit, so you can edit more tasks at the same time. You can go back to Gantt, also without saving. So again, in the Gantt, you can choose that, for example, this has to be done sooner. And then I go back to my resource management here, and I can continue planning my project. And we can try to reallocate to help us to manage our project again. So we can save this, and I will show you also some more settings in the project for the resource management. So here we have the resource settings, and we could see on the resource calendar that the new tasks were, or the hours in the new tasks were allocated from the end. But you can change it that it will be allocated from the start, or it will be allocated evenly. So let's say if you have 8 hours and the task have 4 days, then you are going to have 2 hours every day to work on the task, not 8 hours on the end or 8 hours at the beginning of the task. And you can also turn on the watchdog on your resource management in this specific project. So this was the last part of our iron triangle. Actually, you can also print out this resource calendar. And like for more planning, I can quickly show you that, or just tell you because I don't see here these settings now, but during weekend we don't work, but also when you have bank holidays and you set up your calendar in administration, you can see that you don't work during these bank holidays. And also if somebody has a vacation, you will see a little n in here, and this person will be working 0 hours that specific day. Or if you are using the meeting calendar and you set up the meeting for a specific day for, let's say, 2 hours, then you will see that this person will have here little m and 2. So it means that for 2 hours, this person will not be working on the tasks. So this was the last part of our iron triangle. I would like to ask you if you have any questions. I don't see any questions coming, so I will give word back to Anna.
Thank you, Hedviga. So please make sure that if you have any question, you can use our Q&A feature, and once we see your question, we will do our best to answer it. If you come up with any questions later, because now you can go to your easy project, you can try to put in practice what Hedviga has shown you. So be sure that then if you have any questions, you can always contact us on the chat feature that I told you about before. So before we finish, so what did we learn today? So we learned how to define the scope of the project in WBS, which is the work breakdown structure on your project. So you saw Hedviga creating a new project, creating tasks and subtasks. And then we also learned how to schedule the project in easy Gantt chart, where we can easily use our drag and drop, where you can drag the tasks, move them and change the start date and the due date accordingly. And then we also saw how to assign a task to your resources, whether it is an individual or a group. So should you have any question regarding WBS, Gantt, or resource management, we will be here for a few more minutes, so make sure that you write it in our Q&A. If not, you can always get in touch later. And here are our upcoming webinars. So in 2 weeks' time, we have scheduled a webinar for new version of Easy Project, as we will be releasing a new version of Easy Project. So we will show you what's new in Easy Project. There is few new features and a lot of improvements. So if you are interested to find out more, please make sure you go to our website and webinars, and that you sign up for the webinar there. So you can sign up on our website, and in 2 weeks' time, we will also open the registration for our future webinars, which is resource management. And then in May, we will talk about agile methodologies such as Scrum and Kanban. So there is still no questions. So we'll be here for a couple more minutes. You can send us your questions, and I would also ask you if you could evaluate our webinar. Please tell us how did you like it, if something was missing, or what did you like, and we will be very grateful for your feedback so we know what to improve for the next time. So thank you very much for your attention, and looking forward to see you soon.